This poem is titled This Is For, and it was written in honor of all of the teachers and staff members in all of the public schools.
This is for Mr. Govea,
Miss Esquivel,
Miss Prang,
Miss Thomas,
Miss Boss,
Mr. Batoa, Ref Rodriguez,
Miss Borges,
Coach
Miss
Matt,
Miss
Miss
Corrigan,
Mr. Batoa.
Dr. Elliott.
This is for the educators
that pour inspiration over adolescent minds,
even after the paycheck has been signed. This is for a second home where the desks are our beds
And the chairs are pillows.
You have taught us how to dream. What once sounded like a disease now sounds like a cure. The connotation of your name has transformed from foe to friend.
The true sign of an educator is when we continue to learn,
Even after you have left the room.
There is not enough water in the Atlantic or the Pacific
To quench this thirst,
So we continue to drink.
Gulping philosophy over reality TV. You have opened up the chambers,
of courage,
And faith.
releasing
Picasso,
Bukowski,
Ginsberg.
Einstein,
Darwin.
Gandhi.
This is from Miss Esquivel. La masticación de mi español era como garrapatos envueltos en mis labios. El polchismo se revolvía con mi lengua, pero tú me ayudaste a encender el fuego para quemar los errores de mi voz. Dibujaste acentos en mis ojos. Gracias por haber grabado el español entre mis cuerdas vocales. The way I chew my Spanish is like messy writing cloaked upon my lips. The Spanglish blended with my tongue, but you helped me spark the flame to incarcerate the mistakes from my voice. Thank you for recording the language onto my vocal cords.
This is for Miss J. The left side of my brain thinks through the positives and negatives. We form a bond like sodium and chlorine become ionic, and you are iconic without need of change, bringing to life equations of K plus 273 equal C. See, you are conquering our hearts with your $1 million Mercedes. This is for Miss Prang. The right side of my brain, childlike and creative, you reminded me how to finger paint, painting with artistic aspiration. You spoke in blues and greens and taught me how the world was connected.
This is for Mr. Govea. When I cheat on my education with Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, my strive for success is distracted, interrupted. But Mr. Govea is a captain who steers triumph to a buried treasure of a college education. For 4 years, this man has been my silent motivation, constantly assuring I, too, can climb the mountains out of this valley. You see, there is no confusion on which trail to take because his smooth jazz to underground rap is surely lighting my way. From logic to I'm your puppet is the only possible way for me to stop, relax, and listen. And I finally figured it out. That's just your way of saying everything's gonna be okay.
This is for Mr. Batoa. Laconic sure was your word of the day because your face was more like a blank slate. Although a conversation with Steve Pinker would be easier, but a reoccurring problem was an intriguing debate. You were this school's ribosomes, pumping out scholars while you sacrificed your breaks with 6 periods. Your students' puns were your caffeine. I mean, why else would you get up to go to work, right? We were like recombinant DNA, which explains why on free dress we always wore the same jeans. Now, I want you to tattoo this information, because if you forget, there's no point in living. Triumph will miss you.
This is for Miss Boss. At 8:40, the hands on the clock collided. We were both late for class. I knew your voice, though soft and angelic, would cheer me on because victory never felt as triumphant until you showed up. You reminded me how to smile, wearing Tom's as your counselor because that's what you felt comfortable in. Combining the redness of my hair to your blonde locks creates a new person with an orange personality. Even though it's the color I hate the most, I found a way to love the way we worked. I felt the love, as if each line on the volleyball court represented the smiles between your lips. Every time I hug you, it reminds me of the warm place inside my heart that shows me why you are the boss.
This is for Miss Thomas. Calling her an educator would be like climbing halfway up Mount Everest and calling it the top. Up until my sophomore year, I didn't know stars could walk on earth. She breathes love and compassion like it's the only emotion she has been taught how to practice. She has convinced students like me that we're astronauts and our minds are unexplored galaxies. I bet when her mother gave her the middle name of Grace, it's because she knew that's what she'd be under pressure, pressing words into raindrops that fall in the form of nervousness during testing week. Sometimes she even substitutes for my self-confidence, volunteers building towers of faith, and when those skyscrapers are destroyed by other students, she is there with her tool belt, ready to help me rebuild, always wishing, always whispering for each one of us to shine. Shine on.
To all teachers new to Puck, welcome.
We open up our doors to all the new
Titans.
Lions.
Jaguars.
It's not as easy as it looks.
But you'll be okay.
This is for teaching us how to fight.
For what we believe in. To believe in
to
ourselves.
question the answers.
Education has changed our streets from a competition of hand grenades to GPAs.
I was in a locker waiting to get out, and you gave me the combination.
Through
Textbooks.
Calculators.
PowerPoints.
Socratic seminars.
This is for embracing the arts.
And every other non-traditional ritual.
That made public school not an option.
This is for partnerships to uplift communities.